Hello everyone, my name is DIXIT and this is my channel Pentest Diaries. So today I'll make one of the video on HackTheBox retire machine, and the name of the machine is Timelapse. In this machine we started with the SMB board and we just go it further with that, multiple sections for it and John Ripper and multiple things we are using it just to get the user flag, then go to the final root flag we get out of it. So everything I just get it covered in this video itself. So let me go to the machine now just to get it solve this machine. So in this machine we'll start with Nmap, and the IP address of this machine is 10.10.11.152. Okay, so we'll just start that and we'll just wait for the output for it. So we can get the output over here, and the port 53, port 88, 135, 139, 389, 445, 464, 593, 636, 3268 and 3269. So these are the ports I can able to see it on a target machine. Now what's the next step for it? As I can see that SMB port, so I'm curious about to run this command SMB client just to identify what are the share folders are present over there on a target machine. So let me run with this. We simply have to hit enter and we are getting all these things. Okay, so shares I can able to see it over here still, but still what I'll do, I'll just run the SMB map also just to know whether is there any subsections of the share or not. So let me run this also. Okay, it's showing something error. Wait a minute, I think this will work. Okay, we'll just wait for the output. So over here in that output we can able to see multiple sections over there itself. I can able to see like there is a dev folder and there is a help desk folder, and even I can able to see a file inside of it. Okay, perfect. So now what we have to do, we simply have to run that command once again, SMB client, and this time I'm using a shares. Okay, so let me clear the screen. I'll just run this command once again and click enter. I'll be inside of it. Okay, let me run dir, then I'll try with dev once again as a dir, and I can able to see win_rm_backup. Okay, so I'll just pull this file directly on my base machine so that I can able to extract this and get the content out of it. I got it. So now what we have to do, we simply have to exit from this, get the screen, which we always do. Now I'll just simply have to fire this command unzip with this file, and let me see whether what we can get out of it. So I can able to see like there is a file legacy_dev_auth.pfx is present over there itself. It required the password to get it, extract this file. Okay, I don't have the password with me. Let me try with this 12345. It's incorrect. 12345. It's incorrect. Okay, this will not work. So what we have to do, we'll just have to make it a hash of this zip, and then we have to crack that. So we have to make it a hash of this file, and that we have to crack with the roq. And then the password which you're getting it, which that same password we have to use it to unzip this file. Okay, so I have already created that. Even I'll show you this winrm.hash, winrm.hash, so you can able to see the content. Okay, perfect. So now what we have to do, we simply have to run a John Ripper just to crack this one. I'll tell you in advance itself, you're not able to see any password on the screen. The reason is that as I've already cracked it, so that's the reason behind it. Okay, so it's one password is already loaded. I already have the password with me. So now what I have to do, I simply have to run this command once again, unzip, and I have the password with me. I'll simply have to copy that password which I'm getting it with the upper command, and I'll simply run it. It's asking for it. I'll just mention yes, and I'm getting this file. So I'm getting this file, and I'm sure about it. You're not aware about the PFX much, so I'll provide this link in the write-up itself, so you can go through this and you can able to get the information about it, how to create the keys and those things inside of by using this PFX file. I'll using the commands directly. Okay, So over here itself we are using that pfx file, and pkcs12 is a type of thing we are using it, and this is the output which we are looking for it. Okay, let me run this. It's required the password, import password, which we don't have it right now with. So what we have to do, we simply have to type anything and we are getting the error for it. The same thing which we have did it for our zip file, we simply have to do it for the pfx also. We are using zone pfx to zone, and we are creating the hash file. Okay, once we're done with that, even I will show you that pfx.hash, sorry, it's not pdf, it's pfx.hash. You can able to see the content. Okay, so what we have to do once we get that, we simply have to crack this. Let me clear the screen and I'll just simply crack this. Okay, so I'm getting the password, and that password I'm using it directly. Okay, so what I'll do, I'll simply have to create the file with the same command pkcs, which we are not having the password last time. So now we have the password. I'm creating a file with this, and this time the same password which I'm getting it, I'll just try to use it over here. So this is THUGLEGACY. I'll use it and set the password is 1234. It's 1234, and this is done. PAM file is created now. Okay, once the PAM file is created, I'm using the PAM file to create the CRT file also. Okay, so CRT file also I'm creating it with this. Both the things we required it. Okay, so this is not only one thing we're looking for it, we are looking for both the files. So I'll run with this. That importing password is 1234, and this is the key. This is not working. Okay, sorry. So I think that one is primary 2, and we set it with that. Importing password is also the same thing which we have to use it. Okay, so let me run this once again. Sorry, so there's a confusion. I just copied the wrong command. Okay, so we have to type that same command once again. Okay, so this is working. So the password which we get it through the zone, the repair, we are using the same password over here. So this time we have created the cert.crt file, and private.pam is also there, but we require it with the RSA. So what we have to do, we fire this command once again. I'll clear the screen. I'll fire this command with we have to create with the RSA1. So I'll just pass this private.pam file and creating new private2.pam file. So passphrase I already have it, it's 1234, which I have set it from my side, and it's written with the RSA key. Okay, everything is set over here itself. Now what we have to do, we simply have to fire the command with all these things which we have created. So I'll simply have to run this command. This time I'm not making this mistake, and click on enter. So you can able to see like username, I have just mentioned it, and this is the key which we have created, PAM file, this is a cert file we have created, and this is a syntax for it. Okay, we are already inside of it. Now what we have to do, just enumerate a lot of things inside of it. We just figure out there is a log file, I can say that a history file. I'll simply have to read the content of that, through which we are getting something out of it. Let me figure out. So I'm able to see the password of one of the user, and the username is svc deploy. So what is the next step? We simply have to open a new tab, and I'll just fire this command once again just to get that get it login with that user. So let me clear this screen. Okay, so I'll just run that command with the username and the password which are getting it, and we are going inside of it. We'll just wait for the output, and we are inside of it. So now at the time of the assembly itself, from the assembly share we got a docs file, and if we are seeing the docs file itself, we are able to see a lot of things about it. So there are two commands which I'll just run it from my side. Okay, these two commands I'm running it from my side just to get it retrieve the domain controller password. Okay, so this is the command, I can say there is straightforward commands which you have to run it just to get that DC password. So I'll run this first, And now there is another command, I'll just provide you that, which you have to run it, and by this way the tables and everything get defined what exactly I'm looking for it. So I can able to see the password also. So this password you simply have to get it copy, okay, on a notepad. Simply paste it on a notepad. Now copy the command, and what you have to do, you simply have to go to another tab, clear the screen and run this command. Okay, so I'll just use this username and password, and I'm the administrator. Now what I'll do, I'll simply have to fire the command for reading the root.txt content. So perfect. So this is the one. If you want to read the user.txt, as you are an administrator, you can able to read the user.txt also. So this is all the steps which I just want to cover. Now I'll just give you a summary about it, what actually you have to do it from the starting onwards itself. Okay, so you just have to run that nmap command, and you are just getting a lot of ports over there. SMB is one of the eye-catchy for us. Eye-catchy, we just have to start with that SMB port. By that we just figure out like there is a shares folder over there itself. We run the SMB map just to get it confirmed what are the files inside of it, and we just figure out there are two folders, but in one folder we have the zip file. We'll just try to run with the assembly client once again, get it login, download that file on a local machine, try to crack that, but we are unable to do that. Then we have to use unzip to John, and we have to create a hash. We'll try to crack that, and by that way we get the password. We'll try to use that to unzip that file. We get some pfx file, but pfx file is directly not being utilized. I provided one of the link for it. So that is also not working directly, so we just have to make a hash and then again to crack it with the John, and then once we get that password, we'll try to make a PAM file and the CRT file, and PAM file with the RSA key. Once we're done with that, we'll try to get it login with Avil Winana, and once we using both the things, we can get it login inside of it. Then we'll try to see the history file, and once we see that, we can see the password of svc log username also. Then we'll try to go ahead further with that, running two commands straightforward just to get that password for the DC. Once we get that, we use the same password just to get it with the will win rm, and we can get it inside of the administrator user, and then by that way we can able to read the content of root.txt file. That's all about this machine. Thank you so much for watching this video. If you like this video, please subscribe my channel. If you like to connect me, you can connect me directly on LinkedIn. The LinkedIn profile link I'll provide in the description section of this video. And if you want to provide some link which I have to go through it to make a content on it, just please share it on the comment section of this video. Thank you so much once again. Take care. Bye bye.